1 year ago today at around this exact same time, closed down my laptop after finishing my workday at around 4:30, picked up my YouTube camera that I had just purchased, and I got into my car to record my first YouTube video. Now I only had a little bit of time because right afterwards I had to get back in on the road and hit up some DoorDash orders to try and make some extra money, but I had an hour to spare, and leading up to this day I had been planning it for so long. I said on May 1st of 2023 I am going to post my first YouTube video. So I sat in the car with no idea what to post about because I had never done a long form video before. So I sat there for a bit, jotted down some notes on a little notepad. I love looking back on that video because it's very funny. I was really out of shape. My face looked really bloated. And as I talked in the video about the randomest topic that I can find, which is college worth it, I would just stop at a bunch of different points in the video to look down at my notepad and be like, oh, okay, this is what I wanted to say. And I didn't even cut those parts out. I truly didn't even care. I knew the video wouldn't perform that well, but I knew that was that first step that prevents so many people from going after their dreams. Whatever their goals or whatever their dreams may be, taking that first leap is so terrifying to everyone. And when I was finished recording, I was proud of myself for one thing. Not all this video was so amazing, this video was going to do great, but I had finally taken that leap that I was so scared to take for many years. I go back home after doing DoorDash that night. I don't even edit the video. I post it right away. And the next day I look at how many views it got. I think it got like 3 views. And in all honesty, I didn't care. That was my favorite part about that moment in that first video that I posted. I didn't care how many views it got, how many people liked it. I just knew I was on the road to something. Now, as I said, that day was exactly 1 year ago today. And I want to make this video to show you the exact kind of progress or the exact kind of future that you can create for yourself just by taking that first step that you or we so often fear. After I posted that video, I wanted to take YouTube seriously. I made a commitment to myself and a promise. I am going to post every single week for the entirety of this year. I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know what I'm going to post about. I was posting about things like men's hair loss, how to work out with no equipment, the randomest things. Anything that came to my mind, I said I'm going to post it because I know I suck at making videos right now. You guys could see I would like forget what I was saying, lose my train of thought so often. Damn, my arm's getting so tired from holding this camera. But I knew that if I stayed consistent to the schedule that I built out for myself, which what all of you can do watching this right now, I knew if I did that, I would achieve some sorts of result. I didn't know what it was. As I said, I didn't have a specific subscriber goal, a specific amount of money I wanted to make. It wasn't money motivated at all. And that's one of the main reasons why people fail on YouTube or fail in pursuing different business models, because they're just after the money, so extremely money hungry. And when you chase after money, it runs away from you. As the year went on, I stuck through to that schedule. And although at many times I was confused, many times I would work really hard on a video just for it to get 5, 6, 7, 8 views, I didn't really care. I never looked at the view count. And I posted a video around the halfway point of the year saying, the people who pay attention to the analytics, the views, the likes, the subscribers, those are going to be the people that never make it in this YouTube game, because people are looking at me right now like I'm crazy because I'm speaking to the camera. But those are the people that are never going to make it in this YouTube game because they're so focused on the numbers, and the numbers are not going to come quickly. The numbers are going to come when you least expect them. So when I posted that video, it got 5 views, and I continued to stick to my schedule. I got even more consistent. And then eventually, just like with everything, on a long enough, someone actually commented this on one of my videos, on a long enough time frame, it's impossible for you to fail in anything. And for me, that thing was YouTube. I stuck to it for 8 months before one of my videos finally took off. And up to until this point, this 8-month point, I was just figuring things out, figuring out what I like to post about, how to create my best content. And I want to let you guys know that if you just like to create content, if it's something you want to do, even if you suck at it, if you enjoy it, even if you don't know what to post about, the answer is going to reveal itself to you with time. For me, it took, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 posts before I finally realized, hey, I finally stumbled on that one thing that I'm very passionate about, which is e-commerce, that I've always been passionate about. But I realized, hey, documenting my journey in this platform is what I is what I want to do to motivate and inspire other people to believe that they can do the same thing. And I documented it from when I was getting no sales, from everything was at zero. I hadn't achieved anything in particular, but I knew that eventually some success was going to come. Eventually people were going to tune in, and eventually it was going to inspire them and help them change their lives. And that came at around the 9 to 10 month mark. There's a very big misconception out there that people think they need to have the perfect plan before they start something, or they need to have the ideal business model and their ideal audience identified and the 3-month, the 6-month KPIs. You don't need any of that bullshit. There was actually a video that I had watched of a very successful entrepreneur saying, oh, don't create content until you've actually achieved something. And I couldn't agree with anything less, because if I followed that advice, I would have never posted. I would have never gotten better at making videos, because they missed that whole part of actually getting better at speaking to the camera, right? The journey is what viewers really want to see. They don't care about the success. Everyone is successful, but they want to see your journey up to that success so it can inspire them to go on their own journey. At around the 9-10 month mark, I started actually having success in my business, and that's usually when people tune in. And right there in my analytics, they all took a very steep rise because people were tagging along to my journey. They were using it to inspire themselves, and my channel grew from 20 or 30 subscribers to 1,000. I went from getting 10, 15 views a video to at least a couple hundred, a couple thousand here and there. And that's the message that I want to give to you. And I titled this video Point of POV. You started posting on YouTube and actually stuck to it, because those are the results you're going to achieve with anything when you actually stick to it. Now, 1 year to the day I posted my first YouTube video, I'm sitting in the exact same spot, in the exact same street, with I think the same exact people walking past me. And what at one point was 0 views, 0 subscribers, 0 likes, 0 revenue, is today 2,000 subscribers. I made my first $100 in revenue, which isn't crazy in the grand scheme of things, but just like I made 100, I can make 1,000. Just like 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million. All of that's going to come. So once you get your first subscriber, appreciate it and be grateful for it, and understand that just like you got this 1 subscriber, in a couple months time, maybe a couple weeks time, you're gonna have 10. Then slowly you're gonna build that to 100. And don't pay attention to trying to get the most inflated numbers possible, the most views, the most likes, the most subscribers. It's better to have an audience of 50, 100 people who will watch every single one of your videos, who you actually have an impact on their life, versus being like those commercial Mr. Beast kind of YouTubers that'll get, millions of views on their videos, but it's mostly little kids. Are they actually inspiring anyone, changing anyone's life? Not really. So the message that I have to you is post that first YouTube video, start that business. I'm actually going to make a point real quick about my business in 1 sec, but you're going to go on a journey and enjoy that journey, because if I didn't start from zero, if it was handed to me, it wouldn't have been as enjoyable. I wouldn't have been able to look back at the progress that I made and actually say, wow, I built this myself. And that's exactly what you're capable of doing as well. If you post that YouTube video today and you stick to it for 1 year, you're going to look back on it and say, I'm glad I made that first step, and I'm glad I stayed consistent. And speaking of being consistent, it was the same with my business. I was starting in something brand new, TikTok shop. Not many people were talking about it. No one was talking about it on YouTube. I had no set plan, nothing. I just knew, let me make the leap and I'll figure the rest out later. And many unsuccessful people say that. They just say, I didn't have the perfect plan, or my final business was nothing like what I initially started out with. But if I didn't take that step and fail and go through iterations, I would never be successful. So with my TikTok shop, I started out 0, slowly built it to a couple thousand. And I kind of switched up my business model a bit on TikTok shop. If you all have kept up with this series and just my e-commerce journey overall, I want to show you guys something real quick right here. All these orders that came in. I had a video do really good yesterday and it went pretty viral, and I literally sold out of all the inventory I had. I didn't have that much inventory, but literally everything that I had is completely sold out right here. And that's not to show off or flex or anything. That's just to give you to give you an example of, you can do the exact same thing. I did it with YouTube. I'm a living example right in front of you. I did it with YouTube. I did it with my e-commerce business, and you can do the exact same thing. So if you're someone who's been delaying, starting that one thing, I want you to start it today and make a video about it. Even if it's not YouTube, if it's your business, make a video and just save it in your camera roll. That's one of my favorite things to do, is just make videos, save them, and look back on them when the business is going slow. Because my YouTube, just like it took off, it slowed down tremendously. And then I could have quit at that point, right? It's gonna be, you're gonna start very low, you're gonna rise up, then you're gonna drop again, then you're gonna rise, then you're gonna drop. And that's how success is in life in general. It's peaks and troves, I think, or troughs, whatever how they call it. But it's inevitable that you're gonna succeed on a long enough time scale. It's almost impossible. I mean, I just look back on that first video and it was just horrible in so many different ways. But if I never posted it, I would have never gotten better. Also, I was in horrible shape, by the way. I was injured, so my face was all bloated. I hadn't been able to work out. But everything has improved since then, and you're gonna do the exact same thing. So today, go post that video, go post that TikTok, go start that business. And then a year from today, May 1st of 2025, you're gonna look back on it and you're gonna thank yourself for sticking to it and working hard. And hopefully you thank me too for this video. So yeah, big milestone today, 2,000 subscribers I hit, first $100 in revenue. All those numbers, that 2,000 is gonna be 20,000 next year. It's gonna be 200,000 maybe, it's gonna be 2 million. That $100 in revenue is gonna be 10K next year, maybe 100K, might be 1 million, who knows? In a long enough time scale, all those things are gonna be achievable. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.